2. Hi, welcome in. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out. We're here in my home kitchen, and we got a bunch of great stuff happening. We got some great recipes, some games, a really fun challenge. It's all about having a good time. So again, welcome in. I'm going to start by making one of my favorite cocktails. It's a Negroni. Sometimes I start with coffee. Sometimes I start with straight up coffee. Sometimes it's a creative coffee. Last time we had a cappuccino. Super delicious. But today, inspired by the Italians, again, my favorite cocktail, Negroni, which is very simple, but lots of chefs really, really love Negronis, and that's because it's a palate starter, a palate activator, it's a digestif. So what is that? What is a digestif? It prepares you for an incredible meal. Besides being a fantastic cocktail, which in my opinion, it's a fantastic cocktail, it really is on the bitter side, but the flavor profile of it, it's citrusy, it's orange-based. Even the predominant liquor in it is orange-based. So what happens is it activates your palate to really salivate. So when you salivate, all your taste buds are really awakened, and the next piece of, whatever else you put in your mouth will really taste like, I would amplified, right? So in Italian culture, before you go to dinner, you go to aperitivo hour, and this is the #1 cocktail in aperitivo hour. So you have a couple of Negronis before you go home for dinner, or you go out for dinner, and I just think it's delicious. So let's make one. I have here a mixing glass, and why I call this cocktail so easy is because it's equal parts of 3 ingredients. So very simple. Whether you're batching or you're making singular, it's very, very easy. You start off with your favorite gin, and I like to go with a very citrus-forward gin. You can either go into herbaceous gins or citrus-forward gins. I happen to love gray whale, so I'm going to start off with an ounce of gray whale. Okay. I love them because they actually give back to the oceans. They're part of the Oceanica movement out in California, which protects ocean life, predominantly whales. So, do some good while you're having some fun, right? I've always wanted to learn how to make this. Hey, Remy, you like the shirt? Yes, I know. We want Remy back, so maybe he'll make an appearance soon. Who knows? Oh, let me lower this real quick. Okay. Whew, getting crazy. So then Campari. It's a bitter liqueur. This is where you're going to get your bitterness from. But when I say bitter, I don't mean in a negative way. Bitter is what activates the palate. Okay. Here we go. Good afternoon. Hi, welcome in. Oh, I love the emotes. Yes, welcome in. We're about to make a Negroni. Here we go. An ounce of Campari, but you can really use any orange bitter liqueur. But again, Campari being like the one that's the most famous and most readily available. And then we have sweet vermouth. Again, equal parts as well. Now, in my upcoming cookbook, Maximum Flavor at Home, I have a recipe for a double orange Negroni. And it's funny because that's basically how I order my Negronis when I go out. And you'll see why. Typically, you'd garnish this with just an orange peel, similar to how you garnish an old-fashioned. But I actually love the orange flavor that comes from this, and I want more of it. So when you want more of it, this is why the double orange. So what I'm going to do here is slice my orange this way, okay? Like so, you see, overhead, okay? Like that, okay? And then I'm going to slice very thin wedges. So they should look like this. And by doing that, I've omitted extra pith, no seeds, Okay, so I'm going to put that into my glass, like so. And by doing that, I get like double the flavor here. And of course, I'm all about maximum flavor. So I get the peel. So I get the essential oils, which is where all the flavor is. And I actually get some of the juice. And if you want to enjoy biting into, after you've had a couple Negronis, you're gonna start to do some fun things. So it's really delicious to just bite into your Negroni soaked orange, should you want to. Okay, I've never tried this. What would you describe the taste as? Oh, okay, so orange forward, slightly bitter, and you get some of those botanicals from the gin, and the vermouth, because it's sweet vermouth, really rounds it out. So to me, again, it's just like the perfect cocktail to have right before you're gonna have lunch or have dinner. Will pumpkin be incorporated, or is that just a no pumpkin in this Negroni? None. But we are making in just a little bit some roasted butternut squash bisque, and the pumpkins are really because it's the time of year. You know, when we decorate or we have little nuances here and there, really make us feel like we're celebrating the season, like we're living in the moment. So now I'm gonna strain this right into my cocktail glass. And you have this beautiful, rich color. Ooh, we're slipping out of here. There we go. And that's it. Here we go. Now, let me wipe this down. And you can just have a single orange, but I love double orange because, again, double the flavor. Sorry, I'm late, chef. What drink is this? We're making a Negroni, specifically a double orange Negroni. It's one of the recipes in my upcoming cookbook, Maximum Flavor at Home. So when I started ordering these out, I would tell the server or the bartender, I'll have a double orange Negroni. They'll be like, what's that? So I would ask for the orange, since bartenders, a good bartender will have an orange set at the bar, visible at the bar. So it's not like these are pre-sliced or anything, or their garnishes are pre-done. So it's nothing for them to just start cutting up on their little bartender cutting board and do these 2 wedges. So I would say, can I have 2 small wedges of orange into my Negroni? And there you have it. They'll be like, oh, that sounds delicious. Then whoever I was with would say, I'll have the same thing. And before you know it, whoever I was out dining with or out at a bar with wanted these double orange Negronis. To me, this takes the Negroni to another level. So try it at home. It's a standard Negroni recipe, which is equal parts. So it's 1/3 gin, your favorite gin. I like Gray Whale. 1/3 Campari, which is your orange bitter, and 1/3 sweet vermouth. You can batch this part and garnish right when you're ready to serve. But then again, add your double slices of orange or double wedges of orange, and it's a game changer. Let's try this. Oh, yes. Take me back to Italy. Oh, yes. It's just perfect. It makes you want to pucker up. That bitterness makes you want to have something, like you want to munch on something. In Italy, they give you potato chips, olives, Marcona almonds, and that just comes out with your drink. You never have to order it. So it's great fun. One more sip. But try it at home, guys. If you're going to have a dinner party, whip out a tray of these and have your guests enjoy what aperitivo is. It's a great conversation piece as well. Let your guests know what aperitivo is, and aperitivo culture is going to catch on in your house. Trust me, your friends are going to love it, because who doesn't love a great cocktail before dinner, right? So don't drink too much, chef. Long stream ahead. Oh, I know. And these will get to you. These will get to you. These will get you happy real easy, real quick. Okay, last sip. But anybody in the chat, are you guys going to make Negronis, double orange Negronis? Let me know if you're going to try, if you've had Negronis before. Do you like Negronis, and would you try this double orange Negroni? Drop it in the chat. Okay, so I also wanted to make for you guys a easy, have you heard of croffle? Croffle, you know? It is a croissant waffle, okay? Here we go. We're going to start off with Pillsbury dough. I'm going to attempt this, okay? But I did this once, and I tell you, the croffle was delicious. And this is a great thing to do. I'm going to move these bottles to the side. This is a great thing to do when it's the holiday time and you might have pumpkin pie left over and you've already had plenty of pumpkin pie. So this gives you, yes, croffle, never heard of that. A croissant waffle, okay? So it's that texture. We're gonna use croissant dough, or in this case, crescent dough, and we're going to shape it into a waffle, and we're going to stuff it with pumpkin pie filling, and it's a great thing to do when you have pumpkin pie left over. I love it, and the texture is fantastic. You could serve it with or without maple syrup. Doesn't need it because there's so much flavor. Okay, so here I have, let me see, my crescent dough, which I'm going to cut. Let me see, I'm going to cut this piece of it, and I'm going to cut this like that, pretty much in half. So I'm going to pretend it's not the season yet, so I don't actually have pumpkin pie left over. But imagine that you do. I would just scoop out this pumpkin pie filling. And I like to use the filling, but believe it or not, if you like the actual crust in it, chop up the crust and put it in your mixture. There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to put about 2 spoonfuls of this pumpkin pie filling in there. Okay. And then I'm going to lay over the top the other piece, okay, like so. And then I'm going to use my hands to kind of press that together so it doesn't come out. If it comes out, it's going to be fine because it's going to kind of just melt into the dough and into your waffle. I would totally try this with a pecan pie. That's my favorite. I wonder if the pecan would work just because texture-wise. Very interesting. Great idea, though. I see where this is going. I like it. I can do it with apple pie instead. Yes, Nikki510, welcome in. Good to see you again. We are making a croffle, a croissant waffle. I got here crescent dough. And the idea here is taking leftover pumpkin pie from Thanksgiving or the holidays or a potluck. A lot of people do Friendsgivings now coming up, right? So you have pumpkin pie left over, you don't want to continue eating it for days, use it as a snack, use it for brunch. Okay, so now I have a waffle iron here that's been heating up, and I'm going to cut the edges off here. I don't want so much of this dough. There we go. Okay, that's a good size. And into my waffle iron it's going to go. I'm going to press that down, close it up, turn it around, and we're going to let that work, guys. And that's how you make a croffle. We're going to see how that comes out. Anyways, I know my producers have a fun game for me. Let's see. I heard we're playing something. Is a croffle more of a dessert or a breakfast food? It's whatever you want it to be. I think it's more of a breakfast brunch food. A Thanksgiving bake-off. Yes, more games. Are the fairies here today? The fairies are here today. The fairies are always here. Yeah, this wouldn't function without the kitchen fairies. So they're do so much behind the scenes, but my producers are really into games. They really love playing games. I love playing games with you guys, and I think I'm going to need your help today, chat. I'm going to need your help with the game that's coming up. Now,
we got right here.
Okay.
We have a play on the hit game Wordle by the New York Times.
By the New York Times. These guys are creative.
But this is called Foodle.
Foodle. Okay.
So what you're going to be doing,
I see what you did there.
Yeah, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to guess the dish or food component. The word has something to do with food.
Okay.
So you're going to be playing Foodle today.
Foodle. Chat, do you guys play Wordle by the New York Times? Let me know if you've played it. Jump on here and help me out. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Let's see. See if pasta. One letter only. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, what does yellow mean again?
Yellow means it's in the word. Yellow means it's in the word, but not in the correct position.
Not in the correct position. Okay. Got it. This is hilarious. You guys are going to create an addiction. And I've never played this. So, okay. Not in the correct position. But the A, for example, is in the correct position, right?
Yes.
Okay, chat, what do you think this is? Let's try that. Let's try batch. Oops. Hey, oh, no. B. Oh, so we got a B and an A. Huh. Okay. Let's see. No. BA. Bacon. All right, let's try that. No, but it said this. Okay, it's going to be bacon. That's a good one. Bacon. Come on. Bacon, guys. Okay.
Easy.
Easy. Okay, great.
There you go, Chef. That was the foodle of the day.
Okay. Hey.
If you guys enjoyed
and
this,
I enjoyed it too much. I'm probably burning my. Oh no! Hey, the croffle's working. It's almost done, guys. The croffle. Let me grab a plate. Oh my gosh! It smells great in here. It smells fantastic. This is great. I think it's in here about 2 minutes, a minute and a half. It's got about another minute to go. I can't believe this works. It already looks fantastic. Okay, here we go. We could turn this off. This is extremely hot. Here we go. All right. Can we get overhead on here? Oh yeah, we are on overhead. This is perfect, this texture. How easy is this? You know, chat, would you guys try this? Now, the smell that this is giving off, pumpkin pie is inside of this croffle. Okay, you should make a breakfast burrito, Chef. I agree. I love a good breakfast burrito. I had some of the best breakfast burritos I've ever had in Austin. Guys, if you're a breakfast burrito fan, make your way to Austin and don't skip out on breakfast burritos. They are, you know, they wrote the book on breakfast burritos. Okay, what did I do here again? I took crescent dough. I used Pillsbury crescent dough. I laid it out here on my cutting board, and I put leftover, so to speak, pumpkin pie filling in the center. I cut the dough in half. I placed that pumpkin pie filling, about 2 tablespoons worth, on top of my first half, and then laid the rest of the dough, made kind of like a Pop-Tart, cut the edges around so it would be circular, and then I laid it into my waffle iron. So essentially 2 ingredients: crescent dough, Pillsbury crescent dough, and then pumpkin pie filling. Pressed it for a couple minutes while we played Foodle. And here we have a very, very delicious croffle, a croissant waffle. So when your Friendsgiving is over, potluck, or actual Thanksgiving, and you're pumpkin pied out, this is so you don't throw away your pumpkin pie. And this, you can also freeze your leftovers, and when you're reminiscent of it and you really want it again, bring it out and make a croffle. Okay, now, if you don't want to do this with pumpkin pie, any filling works, guys. You know, it doesn't have to be pumpkin pie. You could just make a straight up croffle if you want. Or you can fill it with strawberry jam, blueberries. Have at it. Okay. I would try this. That looks amazing. Thank you. This is a crazy hack. Must try at home. I think so. I can only imagine warm pumpkin pie tastes great. Yes, exactly. What are we doing today? We're going to play some fun games. We have a really fun game of one of my favorite foods coming up. I'm also going to show you how to make roasted butternut squash bisque. One of our viewers on the chat last week, or was it, I think it was Monday or last week, I'm not sure. But previously, they wanted a roasted butternut squash bisque recipe. So, you know, you asked, and here I am to give you the ultimate roasted butternut squash bisque. It's perfect time of year for it. Very easy. We're going to do it maximum flavor style, and I'm going to teach you how to do it in, you know, a few easy steps. Then a couple more a couple more fun games, and an awesome challenge that I have to tell you, I'm a little bit nervous if I can actually achieve the challenge at the end. But speaking of fun, my producers they love to have a good time. So they're really stretching my chef's abilities here. So I'm gonna show you the inside. Guys, let me, overhead please, so I could show them how delicious the inside of this croffle looks. You see it's a pocket of deliciousness. Steaming hot, oh, perfect. Okay. Is it game time yet, guys?
Yes, I think it is, Adrian.
Okay.
Why don't you ask Mr. Big Voice? What does he got for us today?
Is that the evil fairy?
The evil fairy.
Can we ask the evil fairy what we're playing?
Welcome to Taco Sliders,
Taco
a culinary
Sliders?
game of precision, grace, and mild chaos. Chef Adrian and Vicky will now slide taco ingredients across the counter like bored air hockey champions deciding their destiny in Pico de Gallo. The ingredients that survive the journey become dinner. The ones that don't have were never meant to be. Good luck, chefs. May your tortillas land true.
May your tortillas land true.
Oh,
That's great.
this evil fairy is too much.
Reminds me of something out of Star Trek or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
That is great.
Anyways,
Okay.
while the other kitchen fairies are setting up, can we
Okay.
switch over to the free cam? Guys, we're trying some new angles today. How do we like this?
Hi.
Hi, seems a little dark on my end. Maybe I can
Yeah.
fix it. 1 second. White balance.
Oh yeah, I guess we're not going to finish my Negroni. But
For later.
in another time, trust me, that was a really good Negroni. I would be having that.
We'll save it for you later.
Okay.
For your challenge.
I'm going to show this to my mom. That's great. That with a vanilla scoop sound still. H.H. Otero, welcome in. Yes. Oh, that's such a great idea. Vanilla ice cream over that croffle. Yes, chef's kiss. You know what you're doing. It's game time.
Guys, if you ever wanted to know what Adrian sees, we've got this whole setup here. The producers are doing all this. She's got this. She sees the chat right there, so she can interact with you guys anytime she wants. And then this is her,
Hi.
as seen on Food Network, right?
All right. Good one. Good one. I'm getting nervous, Vicky, because I really want my ingredients to win. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how I want to eat my taco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we set up?
Yep.
Wait,
We are.
We have our meats in over
In
there.
the microwave,
side.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This.
I'm just putting everything here.
Okay.
Remember, we have to.
Oh, and then we have the pico
Yep.
and the pineapples there.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay.
We have to slide as close as possible to
Heard.
each other.
Okay. I tried to give us even playing field by giving us the same vessels.
Okay.
Because I remember that I won the cheese slide when we did the burger slide. So
Yeah.
because my packaging had the advantage. You know.
Okay.
All right.
Are we ready to start?
Let me get the framing right.
Is this like the burger slider? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Wow, that line is this is going to take some actual.
So, what are the rules again? We have to meet the line. If we pass the line, we lose, correct?
Correct.
So we cannot pass the line.
Correct.
Cannot pass the line.
And if it falls off, also out.
Okay.
So let's get Real close here.
Okay. This is flour tortillas versus crispy shell tortillas, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. You're going to slide over here.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
3.
Ooh.
What's that? Tortillas, I think, 1.
Like flour tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Right?
Yes,
Chat,
absolutely.
Okay.
what do we think?
Flour 1. Yes, flour for the win.
Flour
Okay.
for the win.
All
There
right.
you go.
Okay. We need.
We need a.
Could you?
You guys can't tell this table is really, really large for the countertop.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this right behind this because that's the one that won. Okay. Okay. The next thing that it's the meat.
Next, what are we doing here?
Okay. So here we have carnitas or barbacoa.
Oh, yum. They
So
both smell
pork or
delicious.
beef?
They both smell delicious.
Okay.
Wait, right here?
We're good here?
Yep. Ready? 1,
Oh boy.
2,
3.
3. No, I really wanted that one.
And I wanted that one too.
Okay.
But okay, we're gonna make them all anyways after. You won't lose. But okay, this one's winning. Okay. Guys, chat, let me know. Do you guys like carnitas or do you like barbacoa better? What were you rooting for?
And what do we have here?
Mexican 4-cheese blend or queso blanco? Oh. There you go.
Come more towards me.
Okay.
Ready?
1,
1.
2, 3.
3.
Vicky,
That's a tie. That's a
nah,
tie.
look at my packaging.
That's a tie.
That's it. That's not a tie. And look at the wheels.
Guys, that has to be a tie.
That's not a tie.
Not a tie.
Not a
What?
tie at all. I'm 3 for 3. That's good because since I don't really
Alright.
win any challenges
Show me.
around here. I mean, any games. Okay.
Then we have pineapple and pico de gallo.
Ow.
This is gonna be.
This might have been a little too.
Not the full pineapple. You'll see how hard it is.
Okay, we'll see.
1.
If I can slide this without letting it slide, what are we going to do? We have to do, there has to be something. You have to give me something if I can slide this over and I beat you.
Oh no. I'll drink hot sauce.
Hot sauce again? Yes. Okay. At which Scoville unit?
The lowest.
The lowest. No. I need the highest.
Okay.
Okay, the highest from the hot sauce challenge
All
that
right.
we have.
1.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Vicky is drinking hot sauce.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
At the end. of the
end.
game.
Yes,
At the
that's
end.
fine. Love carnitas. That's a Dream Kitchen
No.
Island. Pico.
All the good things are losing.
Exactly.
All the good things are losing.
You know.
Yes, the pineapple,
Well,
like
the
Adrian can make
queso
anything good.
fresco.
thank you, but what's winning is what should win because for barbacoa tacos, we don't necessarily want pineapple. The pineapple would have gone super great with the carnitas.
Yeah.
So we're good.
All right. What do we
Okay.
have here?
Okay, I guess.
Show me this.
Oh, thank you, Dream Kitchen. Yes, I love the enormous island, but for this, it's a little rough. Okay, avocado versus sour cream.
Show me the
All
front
right.
of the sour cream, please. Thank you.
A dollop of daisy. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
1,
1, 2,
2, 3.
3. Ooh,
Who won?
I did
Sour cream
because
wins.
you came off the table.
You're right.
Okay. So does that make me an undefeated? Like this was like,
We have one more.
oh, we
The
do.
sauces.
Forgot. Oh, this is gonna. Hi, D30G needs to be sour cream. Yes. All right.
Okay.
What do we have here?
Again.
Okay.
What do we have?
We have green chili hot sauce versus red chili hot sauce. So red versus green. Put a napkin. That's right. This is gonna go. Let's put a napkin because this is a recipe for disaster. Literally. Okay.
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 Ready? 1. What?
What? It is underneath.
1, 2,
2, 3.
Dang.
Yes.
I'm losing
now
everything
I can
today.
say now. Yes.
Now this is the final. So what do we have? What are the
Undefeated
final items?
Okay, so final items are flour tortillas, barbacoa, this is actually pretty awesome. So flour tortillas, barbacoa, which is beef, braised beef. We have green chili hot sauce, pico de gallo, Mexican 4-cheese blend, and sour cream. If I do say so myself, I do think the best ingredients won together because carnitas, which is pork, is best enjoyed with the pineapple,
Main camera.
and the avocado and all that stuff matches better with the other one. So the only thing I would have changed, but that's a personal preference, is I would have loved the crispy shell tacos for this, but still super delicious. And I'm a huge fan of these organic flour tortillas because they just taste as close to authentic as possible. All right, I need my work surface. Thank you. Vicky, that was fun.
It was fun.
Can you give me the roller skate that I like to call the roller skate? Where did we get these from? Was these, okay. Overhead, can we show people these? Guys, if you're gonna have a fun night in, buy these on Amazon. They're so fun. You don't have to do an ingredient like I guess skate off or race or anything, but this got so much potential and it gets everybody just having a great time, especially if you're having a couple of drinks, open a bottle of wine. This is a lot of fun. You don't have to do it on the counter, you can do it on the floor. And it's also perfect for your next grill out. If you're doing, we did the burger slide a couple weeks ago and that was a lot of fun. So you build your burger based on whoever wins the race. So lots of fun. Check them out on Amazon. I like to share that with you guys, the ones that I really, really enjoy and I would actually repeat with my friends and family. I love to, tell you guys. So let's make this taco. I'm gonna throw this tortilla over the fire to warm it up just a bit. Here we go. I love to hit a flour tortilla with a little bit of fire, or just put it in a pan, give it 30 seconds of heat. It brings another dimension of flavor to it. Okay, so that's gonna go on for a few seconds. And let's open the rest here. This is gonna be great. Tacos always make me so happy. Perfect. That is great. Okay, so Kitchen Fairy, may I please grab a nice wooden plate there? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, look at this. You get this nice little char over the top here. This just adds a whole other layer of flavor and and it goes so well with the beef barbacoa spectacularly. So I'm going to get the beef and I'm going to put it right down the center. Okay. I don't want this to be all a ton of meat. So I would say for this size of taco, about 2 tablespoons of the braised beef is good enough. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Next. Now, I do think, believe it or not, I do think that the way you layer matters, people. It matters because of the way that it squishes in your mouth when you when you eat. It's important. So no, speaking of. So we're going to go cheese. So our hot beef essentially would melt or slightly melt our cheese, about a teaspoon of cheese as well. Okay, next goes as little or as much sour cream as you like. Yeah. Yes, that's a must. Heating up the tortilla. Yes, do not skip this step. They all taste like cardboard. If you take it out of the bag, you're not giving the tortilla a chance. A lot of people are like, oh no, I don't like this. Heat it up. You have to. Could you use that kind of tortilla for a quesadilla? Absolutely. That is exactly what you would, this is exactly how you would make a quesadilla with this type of tortilla. Next, I'm going to use the green chili sauce over the top. And then lastly is going to be the pico. Let me rinse that off. Okay. The pico goes over the top like so. This just brightens up. The contrast here is beautiful. You know, you have the richness from the braised beef. You got richness from the cheese, the sour cream, and then so that hot sauce and the pico really brightens up the dish altogether. To me, this is a wonderful taco. We didn't have to win. These ingredients didn't have to win a race to be like this. I think I would compose it just like this. So, who wants to give the winning taco a try? Who wants to give it a try? It's not spicy, guys. Okay.
Not all at once, everyone. I'll come in and
The
give it a try.
red and green chili have a big difference in taste. Yes, the red is made with chipotle, so smoky. The green is just bright. It's serrano and jalapeno, so bright, high acid, herbaceous from cilantro, and the red is a little smoky.
Wait.
I need that for lunch. Yes. Taste test, absolutely.
I was so focused on filming that I didn't really hear what you guys did.
Oh, so we
So I have
have.
no idea what's in here. Should I be a surprise and like I tell you? I actually don't know. I'll be
Oh,
honest.
okay. Actually, why not? Okay, let's do that since you don't know.
I promise you guys, I have no idea what. All right, stop spamming that emote. I have no idea what's inside of here.
Okay, so let's give it a shot.
I saw a pineapple, something happening. All right, bro. Come on. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Can I have a napkin?
Oh yes.
Tough critic. Not a tough critic. I'm just a realist. I like what I like. Okay, there's a lot
Okay.
going on. Okay, it's pork.
No,
Wait,
it's not pork.
it's not pork?
No, this is the tough critic. Yes, JT. That
What
is
is
the.
it?
This is the one that gives me sevens all the time.
It's barbacoa.
Yes, this is
Oh.
barbacoa.
I always, they kind of similar to me.
6, 7. Yes. Okay.
There's some tomatoes in here. Pico.
Yes, there's pico.
I taste sour cream.
Okay.
I can't tell what that cheese is. What kind of cheese is that?
Mexican 4-cheese blend.
Ooh, you want that one or the other one?
I wanted this one.
You wanted this one?
Yeah, with the exception of the tortilla, these are all the ingredients that I would have really put together.
And there's some kind of cilantro.
Yeah, the pico has cilantro.
Okay, what is that green sauce?
That is the green chili hot sauce. So green
chili hot sauce.
green chili hot sauce. It's bright. It's slightly spicy, but it's mild. It's not. You shouldn't be like, it's spicy.
You know what's crazy is that ever since I did that shot of hot sauce, I can't taste spicy anymore. So you said mild. I don't,
You're like, this is nothing.
Just tastes great.
You
Yeah.
say, yeah. So
This is a good one. I'm not giving it a 6, 7. I'm giving this one. It's gonna get an 8.5 from me.
that's
8.5
pretty
out
hard.
of 10.
Take away his
No,
Hispanic.
8.8.
8.8.
8.8 out of 10. That's what
Okay.
I'm giving this one.
All right.
Very good.
So, do you like flour tortillas versus corn? or
Yes,
crispy?
flour all the way.
Flour all the way. Okay.
Flour all the way. What do you like, crispy or
I like them all.
you like?
I love all tacos, all this. 8.8, yes. Corn, yeah. I think there's a place for each tortilla,
Mm-hmm.
specifically for a braised meat. For me, I actually enjoy a crispy shell because you have something that's really tender and it's been slow cooked, so I love that contrast with crunch. There's
Yeah.
no crunch in here,
Yeah.
and I need crunch.
I don't know. I just get some chips on the side.
Oh, chips on the
That's for
side.
my-
You're
that's
fixing
for
the
my
crunch.
crunch.
Yes. Looks like a 10 to us. Oh, thank you.
8.8. That's
8.8.
Mikey's rating.
All right.
8.8. Thank you, chef.
Thank you. Okay, so now, is it another game or am I showing them the butternut squash yet? All
We
right.
have
Game
another
time.
game for you.
Okay.
Let's go to the Evil Fairy for the game.
Evil Fairy. Okay.
Initiating zoomed food. Chef Adrian will now attempt to identify microscopic images of everyday meals. It's like being a detective. If the crime scene were edible and blurry, will she recognize a tomato, or will she confidently call it a meteor? Only her confidence and her amusement can tell.
All right. Where do you guys come up with these things? Like, really?
We're some creative people. We are some creative fairies, is what we are. Here we have it. Hold on. Let them see it.
Okay.
Turn off that oven cam, please. Turn on the other one.
You do realize that this is like,
Super easy
no.
or super hard?
Let me
Let's see how many
see.
you get.
I have to look at this like art. I have to stand far away.
Let's see how many you get.
Is this pizza?
Hold on. One moment.
Maybe even pepperoni pizza?
Your final guess is a pepperoni pizza.
Yes.
Let's see what we have here. Press here. Press there. We got a deep dish supreme pizza. That's what we have for you. We'll give you
Okay.
half a point for that
I
one.
was close.
Yeah.
I mean, with that close up, I don't know how you can tell that it was a
That's
deep
the
dish.
point, chef. That's the point.
This is a lasagna. Boom, guys. Boom. Okay.
You've got 1.5 points right now.
This is shrimp scampi with spaghetti.
Next.
Oh, okay. Pesto. Shrimp pesto pasta. This is a lobster roll. Yes.
Not bad. 2.5 out of 10, or 2.5 so far.
Ooh, roast chicken.
Roast chicken. Rotisserie
What?
chicken.
Okay.
That's insane.
A croissant.
She's rolling through these guys. Would you get them? Did we make them too easy, Chad?
Guacamole.
One more time?
Guacamole.
Easy peasy. Did we make them too easy, chat?
Flan. Ah. This is corn with noodles. Could this be ramen? Is this ramen? Yes!
Oh my gosh, bro. That was the hard one.
This one's blurry for me here. Sushi. Choo!
This was a breeze for Chef. Guys, be real. Did we make it too easy? That's the last one.
That was the last one?
That's the last one. Oh my gosh. I would stop counting. You just started firing and get them over and over and over again.
Oh.
That is crazy.
By the way, I thought you guys were going to stump me on this.
I
Because
think we're going to have to go harder dishes, you know? I think that's what
I
we're going to have
mean-
to do. I'm going to have to start giving
Hey,
you
that
not
was-
your everyday items.
no. Wow.
How'd you like that? Did you have fun with that one?
That was super fun.
You
And
liked
I
it?
thought I was going to do pretty bad on this because, you know, you don't really look at food like that.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not under the
No.
microscope.
No.
But apparently chefs do. That's what we learned here.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because you just recognize it. It's like second nature, or
Yeah.
really, I guess, first nature. All right, chat. What'd you guys think? Did the chat get it? Like, let me see. Were they playing along? If I had the camera behind the scenes, I would be showing you now eating that taco. Okay.
She's a G. You have to make them harder? Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess.
Yes, yeah, they have to make them harder for next time. But
Absolutely.
I
By
have
the way, we got a sub, Chef.
Oh,
Somebody
we have
subbed in the middle of that.
Somebody subbed in the middle.
Yeah.
Do we know who it is?
I got you.
I got to
One
say
second.
thank you. Thank you for the sub.
D-B-O-G-I. D-Bogey. Thank you
D
for the
Bogey,
sub.
thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. We got so much fun stuff planned ahead. A lot of great stuff coming up for Thanksgiving. Ooh, should have put octopus or something. Duh, no. But octopus actually would have been a dead giveaway because the tentacles, the little circles, you know. Yeah. Okay, so butternut squash time. Dun, 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 dun. This is, I think, at the restaurant, this is the most coveted soup during this time of year. It's just ridiculous how many people ask for it. People order it at the restaurant, ask for it to go. People make it. They ask for the recipe so they can make it at their Thanksgiving, dinner. This is, and it's so easy, but people think it's so luxurious. It kind of is. The mouthfeel is fantastic. It's so representative of the season. It really does feel like a hug. It's I think, a little bit more savory than a pumpkin spice bisque. I prefer butternut squash over pumpkin. I do think that the texture of the butternut squash itself it's a little denser, so it makes for cooking of it just that much more, like the mouthfeel is better than pumpkin. Pumpkin has a lot more water than butternut squash, so this mouthfeel is a 10. So there's a step here in my recipe that really deepens the flavor of the butternut squash and releases its natural sweetness, and that's roasting off the butternut squash before it even goes to the pot. So, sorry, I'm late, Chef. How are you today? Hi, welcome in. Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining us. We made a Negroni earlier, double orange Negroni. Then I showed the chat how to make a croffle, which is a croissant waffle. We stuffed it with pumpkin pie filling. We played a couple games. We did a taco slide, which was a lot of fun, and we just basically built the taco, and we did my producers came up with this game of doing foods really, really close up, and so, you know, I had to guess what these foods were, and I think I got, what was it, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10? How many did we get?
9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10, but that's because you really wanted to just give me half of that point. Because
Yeah,
technically,
honestly, you should get a full 10.
Exactly, that was a 10
you
out
should
of
get
10.
the deep dish.
So now we're getting ready to make the ultimate butternut squash bisque. And I was explaining to the chat, one of these like chef hacks that really can put your butternut squash bisque over the top or separate it from all the others is this easy step, which is roasting off your butternut squash. You can do this the day before, a couple days before, even a week before, and just store it in the fridge so that you're just going to go to the one pot when you're ready to cook. So this is a fantastic, and it's an easy recipe. How I roasted my butternut squash, I had 1-inch chunks, a rough cut, tossed it in a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. As soon as it gets really nice and brown, that's when you know it's ready. So I'm going to go to the oven now and pull them out. This is what you want. Here we go. Yep. I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to start working our pan. I know I talk about this. I talk about this every time we use our really delicious, I mean, not what makes delicious stuff, our really beautiful Caraway pan. But I'm a big fan because they don't allow toxins to get into your food. When you're cooking, you're heating up something, and when you're heating up something, you're imparting toxins into your food. So you might have a really great functional pan or pot, cooking vessel, but you're really harming yourself. And our friends at Caraway make sure that they take care of you by not putting toxins into it. So you can cook on high, medium, low, whatever it is, and so you're not, I guess, ingesting toxins. So it's better for you, right? And let's talk about that color for the season. So if I'm making butternut squash bisque, what a better pot than that with that beautiful color. So I'm going to start by raising the temp here. We're going to cook in the beginning over medium-high heat. Actually, I'm going to get a little bit of butter here. We're going to throw 3/4 of a stick of butter into the pot, and we're going to let it melt down. I'm going to lower this here. And we're going to take is the recipe up on here? Here we go. Guys, I've talked about this before. Make sure that you get your dough scraper ready when you're going to chop up a bunch of stuff. I think it's important. So it really does make it easier transferring your ingredients from your cutting board to your pot. So I'm going to start off here with, let me see, a yellow onion. You can use a sweet onion. You can use a white onion. But honestly, the yellow onion is going to impart the most flavor. Okay. We got the butter working in the pan. I'm going to dice up my onion. Then I'm going to add my garlic. Actually, let's get our garlic here. So I say 5 cloves of garlic, but that's 5 cloves of large garlic, right? So if you got them smaller, double up. And if you're a garlic fan, add more garlic. And if you don't like garlic, omit the garlic, because really the magic happens here with the carrots, the onions, and the butternut squash. Next, best, yes. I need to get a dough scraper. I think I saw them at the dollar store. Is that okay? Yes. You know, wherever you get your dough scrapers from, it's multifunctional. Scrapes dough, but also scrapes up ingredients, and it makes it for quicker, easier cleanup, quicker, easier also cooking. So this is how they teach us to cut an onion in culinary school. Down, 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 then across. You want to make sure that you keep your fingertips as flat as you can and away from the, you know, the actual blade of the knife. So I'm going to make 3 cuts and essentially cut this whole onion. Okay. Here we go. That's it. So in under 30 seconds, I'm going to have my entire onion cut, where I see some people really just all the time like following their onion across their cutting board, and it's a whole mess, gives you anxiety. So again, I'm going to make these slits down, 1, and if you get a really big onion, you're going to make more cuts, but this size is about a medium yellow onion. This is going to allow for 2 cuts. Okay. I remember in culinary school they say, use the claw. If you use the claw, that means you're going to, this ugly claw, when you do this to your onion, your knife is never going to get your fingertips, because all you're going to do is touch like the flat part of your finger with the knife. So it protects you from cutting your fingers. Okay. It takes me like 5 minutes. Have you ever cut yourself accidentally? Oh yeah, plenty of time. I could eat a whole bag of cheese by myself. Okay. I think we all can, right? Okay, so I'm going to give this a rough chop. Okay. And I'm going to use my dough scraper, and I'm going to make a couple trips to my pot. Now, 2 sweeps, maybe 3. I think it's going to take 3 sweeps. Okay. And then I'm going to get to work on these garlic cloves, which I'm going to add a pinch of salt to. Woo, don't cry. Don't cry. This onion's, this one's making my eyes water. Let me clean that work surface. Ooh, that one's tough. Chat, do you guys have any tricks? I mean, I've heard a million, but really none of them work, or that I know of. Any tricks to not make your eyes water when you're cutting onions? Chef is so sad. I'm not that sad. I'm actually pretty happy to be here hanging out with you guys. Okay, so I added some salt here, because when you add salt, it adds another layer of, I guess, like abrasiveness. So that makes cutting your garlic a little bit easier and quicker. We're going to mince this up. What's the difference between cutting, dicing, mincing? Cutting, you're cutting. Dicing is a little bit bigger. It's about a 1/2 inch to a 1/4 inch. And mincing means you're going to go as small as possible. I've heard chewing gum is supposed to help. Okay. I've heard putting a wet napkin near the onion while cutting to avoid crying. Okay, I'm going to try those. I've heard a piece of bread in your mouth, in the roof of your mouth. Ooh. Wow. This is going. Okay, so I'm mincing this this garlic. I've also heard a cup of water near the onion. Okay, I used to hate being near onions. It burns so bad. It lasts about a couple minutes, then it just goes away. Here we go. Had 5 cloves of garlic here with a little bit of kosher salt. Creates that abrasion, makes it easier to dice or to mince, but it also extracts the flavor of the garlic. Okay, dough scraper for the win here. Then we're going to start with our carrots. Here we go. What's the most important lesson you've learned in the kitchen? Oh, there's so many. One of them being work with a dough scraper. Yes. Oh, this is another little chef hack. Well, we could use regular carrots, and we could peel the carrots and work with the carrots. I like to work with these organic baby carrots. They're already peeled, and they cut your chopping time by so much. I don't want to say half, but by so much. So I line up, let's say 4 carrots at a time. And then I make these little rings like so. Set that aside. Okay. Line them up, slice. Okay. 4 at a time is good because 4, I mean, even 5, that's about the width of your chef knife. So here we go. Thank you. Thank you, Kitchen Fairy. Here we go. So slicing, slicing, slicing. And after this, we can slice a little bit further if we like, or you could keep it like that. Here we go. Thank you. That makes me so happy. So now I'm going to take my knife and run it. Don't go away from me. Okay. Chop, chop, chop. We want this to be about the same size as the onion. So this is going to create depth of flavor and really enhance the flavor, fortify the flavor of the roasted butternut squash. Carrots, really, they're part of the foundation of almost every single soup because they're part of what you call in classic cooking mirepoix, which is carrots, onions, celery. It's the foundation to sauces, braises, stews, soups. We're omitting the celery because the celery here would be a very pungent flavor, and we just want that butternut squash to really sing through this bisque. Here we go. Okay. Now I'm going to use this bowl. I'm going to throw in my carrots. Okay, I feel like I've seen people use the dough scraper to chop meat on a Blackstone. Or is that a different tool? Is the dough scraper sharp? No, guys, it's sharp enough. Look, let me see if you could see it. It's sharp enough to cut dough, but you wouldn't be able to cut. Let's see, let's try to cut. Okay, I would have to press really hard to chop like a carrot, but definitely not meat.
Chef, you just got another sub. Nikki510 just subscribed with Prime.
Nikki, you subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much. Guys, if you're an Amazon Prime member, that means you have a free sub. Please, if you're an Amazon Prime member, get the sub. It's free and you don't have to have ads that way. You know. Okay, let me get these carrots out of the way. Thank you, Nikki. Now I'm going to add the carrots into here. And we're going to let that cook in the butter. And you could use a neutral oil. You can use olive oil. But because the nature of this recipe is so beautifully rich, I wanted the butter. Because as the butter cooks in here, it's creating brown butter. And brown butter has umami in it. It's it's soy sauce has soy sauce, brown butter, Parmesan cheese, roasted tomato, truffle, all of that is loaded with umami, which is that other taste sense that really elevates the flavor of anything. It makes whatever you're cooking really just taste extra, extra delicious. It's why we love, let's say, Asian food, because it's loaded with soy sauce. Oh, thank you. Oh, I love these emotes. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm going to let those flavors develop really well here. We don't want a lot of caramelization, but we do want it to be translucent. You see the onions, how they look here? That's translucent. Now here's where I would add my flavoring agents. Okay, can we put the recipe on the chat here? Here I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Okay, cayenne is a little bit spicier than black pepper, but it's still not super spicy. Okay. It's not crazy. So I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg. I'm going to add a little bit of cayenne. Here we go. Just a tad. And here we go. A little bit of cayenne. Believe it or not, that little touch of heat really makes a difference. It makes a ton of difference, actually. When you're thinking so much of like sweetness and richness, when you add that little touch of heat, it really balances it out. And so much of our cooking that's important, the balance to create maximum flavor. If it was just a single thread of sweetness, no. Some people might like it, but in that balance is where that maximum flavor is at. Okay, so now we're going to hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper. Got kosher salt here. Okay, black pepper. Now since we had the cayenne, I don't need to add a ton of black pepper. I'm going to stir that up. Here we go. What's the saute recap? Yes. Okay, so the saute has yellow onion, it has carrots, it has garlic, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. I'm going to add some sage. This is not needed. I added a little bit of cinnamon, nutmeg, and cayenne. You do not need to add sage. It is not needed, but I love sage for this. And especially this is a popular herb during this time of year. You would use it in brining a turkey, making stuffing. So I thought, why not add it to our butternut squash? It's not in the recipe, but add it if you like. It smells like a little bit lighter, a little bit more perfumey. It's a cross between thyme and rosemary. That's what I think sage is. I'm going to add that right into here. Here we go. That's looking beautiful. And we want to stir because we don't want any of these brown bits to really like stick to the pan here. It smells fantastic. So now I have here my roasted butternut squash. Okay, you see this? That's going to go right into there. It smells outrageous in here. I remember going into the store when I was little with my mom and my grandmother during this time of year. Does anybody remember Pier 1 Imports, like that store? Like, this was a store that every time there was a season change, they'd go all out. And this smell just hit me. And that's what this soup smells like. So we're gonna saute this, stir this around. The carrots are cooking down. The onions are becoming extra sweet. We got that sage kind of imparting that aromaticness to it. You can add thyme and rosemary into this if you like, or omit the aromatics altogether. I have here some low sodium organic chicken stock. There you go, with chicken broth. About 2 cups worth, I think. We just want to make sure that our ingredients are submerged, and you can play around with this as you like, depending on how much or how liquefied you'd like this, or how creamy you like this. Okay, we're gonna let that come to a simmer. Okay. Not a fan of cinnamon, but would omitting that change up the flavor? By the way, the cinnamon in this dish is so tiny. It's just to impart a little bit of that warmth to it. It does not taste like cinnamon at all. Now, you would never go with a spoonful, you would never be like, oh, that's cinnamon in here. Not at all. But go ahead and omit it. That's what I love about cooking, that it's subjective and there's a lot of leeway. It's not like pastry, that pastry is exact. Cooking is, you cook from your heart, you cook from your soul. Do you have a gas stove? Yes, I do. We're cooking with gas here. We're cooking with fire. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, my grandma loved that store. I think they're gone now. But yeah, it was a wonderful store. How do you know the measurements without using a measuring cup? Is that experience? Yes. Yep, that's exactly what it is. You kind of know already what you have to add to make it happen. And again, like I said, there's a lot of leeway with cooking. Had I added too much of the stock and stuff like that, I know I have to reduce it. Reducing means let it cook down so that the moisture evaporates. But you kind of, you know. So we're going to let that come to that simmer like we talked about. Kitchen fairy. I'm sorry, before you leave. In that cabinet over there, can you see if my immersion blender is there? Yep. Yep, it's at the top there. Perfect, thank you. Okay. So we're going to let this come together. like so. Now, once this comes to an actual simmer, which means simmer is right below boil, right? So you don't want a rapid boil, you just want some bubbles to be coming up. Okay, we're starting the simmer there. That's perfect. And why do we want that? We want that because allowing it to come to a simmer means that now the flavors from the chicken broth are coming together with all your ingredients in the pot. You can use vegetable broth if you like, and you could even use water. But for me, this has the most flavor if you use the chicken broth. Okay, now we're going to slowly stir in our cream. Okay, now again, you can use as much or as little as you like. 2 cups is decent for this. And we can add a little more after as well. This is perfect. Now we're going to let that work. We're going to let this come to a simmer. And then at this point is where we're going to adjust the flavoring. Does it need more salt? Does it need more pepper? Do you like more heat? Do you want a little bit more of the aromatics? Notice you're using a wooden spoon. How often should you change your wooden spoons? That is a great question. Now, I like to change my wooden spoons if they start to crack. Let me see. So all of my wooden stuff, let's go overhead over here. So that's a great question. So these are the wooden spoons that I'm using. You have your traditional wooden spoon. Like this is like a scraper. I like to use this when I need like liquid to actually like go through what I'm cooking, not just move it around. So this is almost like a wooden whisk because if you're cooking with this, this is mixing rapidly. Like you would use this to mix something rapidly. And this is actually my favorite wooden spoon because this gives you this edge right here that you can get into corners, or if you needed to break something down, you have a point. So, but it's still essentially a wooden spoon. So I would change them out if I start to get a crack. These don't have a crack yet, but you would start to get a hairline crack and bacteria can get in there. And that's your sign to change out your wooden spoons. These aren't there yet, so we don't have that going on. But again, if there's a hairline crack, that chef giving out free game. I never knew you had to change it. Whoops. Yes. Yes, you do. Okay. Oh, can't hear. I only change spoons when it starts giving me splinters. Yes. Can you guys hear me? Chat? Can anybody hear me out there? Yes. Yes, I can hear. Okay. Okay. So we're going back to the pot cam now. Here we go. So this is going to simmer for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to use my immersion blender, which is this. You can, at this point, you can take it to a regular blender, but if you have the immersion blender, I think that's the best thing because you blend right in the same pot. Okay. Then we're going to add maple syrup to this. And boy, is that good. Here we go. Oh, as it blends, it just smells so great in here. Okay, that's not ready just yet. But, guys, I have to tell you that I love if somebody would give me, as a holiday gift, a little container of soup, especially a soup that's suggestive of the season. I find that highly irresistible, super thoughtful, and who doesn't like, here, have a little bit of soup for dinner or lunch the next day. So I think it's a great idea for you guys to make this and just give it as a little, oops, uh-oh, somebody's not gonna like that. Give this as a little gift. Here we go. All right, blend, blend, blend. Now you can blend it as much or as little as you like. If you like a little bit of chew on that, or you want, like as you put that spoonful in, you want to be able to, you know, feel for the veggies and feel for the butternut squash, don't blend it as much. And if you want something really silky, blend it till the cows come home. Can I swap out heavy cream for any other dairy? You can do exact consistency. My favorite is heavy cream for this, and traditionally for it to be a bisque, there has to be heavy cream. But if you want to go non-dairy, you can do coconut milk. Unsweetened coconut milk gives you that mouthfeel, that velvety, that luxurious like cream texture, but without the dairy. So non-dairy would be coconut milk. Can't hear. Oh, the machine looks so convenient. I'm on Twitch and I can't hear. Okay. Let's see. Well, while the tech guys, audio is fine on YouTube. Okay. All right. But just not on Twitch. I'm going to clean up my little spill here. I didn't submerge enough my immersion blender and I had a spill. So guys, make sure that you have the test. Make sure that your immersion blender is fully submerged before you press turbo. Here we go. Let's try that again. I like to go around to make sure I don't have anything at the bottom of the pan that needs to be blended. Okay. And now if you want it to be a little thicker, or you don't, if you don't, you leave it here. If you want it to be a little thicker, you turn on the heat and let that reduce for a little bit. Or you don't care about the thickness, but you just want the flavors to come together one last time. This is what you do. And now we're going to taste test as well before we serve. Okay. Okay. This texture is beautiful. Okay, needs a little salt. So delicious. So delicious, guys. You got to make this recipe. You're going to love it. Oh, that touch of maple at the end. Brings it all together. It really does. Okay. Audio is back. Okay. Woo! Twitch is back. Thank you, fairies. Now I'm going to get, while that's coming up to another simmer, I'm going to get the bowl ready. And I want to know which kitchen fairy wants to try the soup. I'm going to get a spoon. And I want to hear like what you're tasting, a description of exactly what you're tasting.
Hopefully I don't burn my mouth this time.
Okay, so I'm going to take this off the heat. We got to wait a couple seconds, okay?
Okay.
Let's not. No, but I want you come here because I want you to tell me what you're smelling and all. What does that smell like? It doesn't have to be exactly, or what does it remind you of?
Oh my goodness.
You're getting a facial.
I don't, yeah. I don't know.
Does it make you happy what you're smelling?
Yeah, it smells good. It smells like fall.
It smells like fall, okay.
But I can't identify what that smell is. Why?
That color on the soup feels so warm and, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna grab some, did the sour cream go? Okay, here's the sour cream. So we're gonna stir this up really well. I'm gonna serve you a nice bowl of this. Okay. I think I'm going to put a little dollop of sour cream for that. Here we go. And typically, I'd serve this with some roasted pepitas or roasted pumpkin seeds, which you can do the same. You can do the exact same thing, believe it or not, with butternut squash seeds. Toast them in the oven, toss them in a little bit of olive oil, and actually, let me see if I have some seeds. Start giving that a swirl.
Okay.
I do have. Perfect. Fold in the cream. That makes it even creamier. If you don't want to add the sour cream, you don't have to. You can also use crema. Okay, I'm gonna give you some texture with these. These are roasted pumpkin seeds, guys. The texture is outstanding. All right.
Okay.
Tell me.
Wait.
Yeah.
It's delicious, but I don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. It is roasted butternut squash bisque. So we deepen the flavor of the squash by roasting it off. So that's why it's not just squashy and like mushy. Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
And it has a little kick
That's
of
the
spice.
cayenne. Yeah, so it balances out. So it's not just all sweet autumn. It's not a dessert soup.
Right.
Okay. So
I like it.
you like
I
it?
would
Would you make
order
this?
it.
Would you?
I would make it. And
Okay.
I would order it.
And you would order it. What, now, crunch wise, do you like the
I
pepitas or
do.
no?
I do.
So must have the pepitas.
Must have.
Chat, you must have the pepitas. Chef, serve this at chef's table. Yes. That looks so good. Thank you. So what would be the side protein? Could you serve with this? Because a hungry man is going to be upset with just broth. Ah, you use the word broth. And this is a bisque. My chef heart is crumbling here a little bit. So agreed. This is like a little appetizer, or if you're just in the mood for soup. This is not a full meal by any stretch. But let me see. This for me would be kind of like the entryway for something braised. So I would have this, and then I would have braised short rib following with roasted vegetables. No. Are you for or against protein inside of a bisque? Lobster bisque could have like the protein in it. Other than that, no. Because then it'd be a stew or a chowder. Yeah. So are pepitas Mexican? They are. Yes. But they're just roasted pumpkin seeds. When you call a bisque a broth, soup, stew, chowder, bisque, yes. So bisque usually, typically outside of lobster bisque, doesn't have anything else in it other than garnishes, or in that case, it could have lobster chunks in it. If not, even if it is a creamy soup, it is considered a chowder. So like clam chowder is cream-based as well, but you would have the clams and you have the potatoes and things like that. So it turns into a chowder. Okay, short ribs is a good idea. Is ramen a stew? That's a great question. Ramen is ramen. It's in its own category. So you start off with a broth, and then you add all these other, it's just called a soup, really, not a stew. Stew means that you have meats in there that have cooked a long time in that same pot. And ramen, while you do have pork or other products that are cooked for a long time, it's not in that same pot. Ramen, sushi. Oh, you like ramen over sushi. Oh, which one are you choosing? Ramen over sushi. Oh, they should not be in the same category. Ramen or sushi. Ooh, we should do for Blind Bite, guess that sushi. Because you really have to have a refined palate if you could guess the type of sushi, the type of fish or seafood that's in it. Are you choosing bisque or stew? Stew. Yeah, but they're completely different. Yes. Have you had or have you seen birria ramen? Yes, I have, but I have not had it. If I'm having ramen, I do enjoy corn in my ramen, and that's recent. and I'm having it as spicy as possible. And I'm usually doing like that pork belly ramen, but it's got to have that really nice color. Birria ramen sounds good. Yes. Chat, let me know, are you having ramen or sushi? They're so different. Anything ramen nowadays. What's your favorite ramen flavor? I love ramen. Yep, I love ramen too. I could never guess what's inside the sushi. I feel like it all tastes the same and good. Pork ramen all day. Favorite soup, personally, French onion soup. I love a good French onion. But at my restaurant, Chef Adrian's here in Miami, we're known for our French onion soup. So I haven't had French onion soup because I'm just around it so much in such a long time. But the best French onion soup I've ever had, besides ours, was a place called Pershing Square in New York City. Let me know, Chad, have you ever been to Pershing Square? It was a famous restaurant in New York City, right in Manhattan. And it was so famous for their French onion soup. And I remember that broth being so rich. And I had it multiple times going to New York. And then I went to France, and I went top to bottom in France and ordered French onion soup in almost every town in France. And the soup was such a letdown. Have you guys gone to France and ordered French onion soup in France? Let me know your thoughts. I'd pick ramen over sushi. I'm allergic to most fish. Okay. Sorry. Favorite soup, personally, French onion soup. Yep. I've heard that restaurant. There's so many good ones in New York. I haven't gotten to it. I only order baguettes. Anyways, French onion soup, that's a good one. It's all the things you want. Hot bowl of, like, it's loaded with umami. Caramelized onions. Yes, and the cheese pool, guys. Clam chowder in a sourdough bowl. Oh, yes. How very California of you. How very San Francisco, Northern California, Bay Area. Nikki, yes, the emotes. Oh, all right, let's get this soup out of here. Everyone's going to want this later. Ooh, nice. Even the pot is hot. Got it. Okay. Let's top this. Put this in the back. This is a good cleanup hack. When you use parchment paper with whatever you're roasting, you can use aluminum, wax paper, parchment. Then you don't have to clean up the pot or the baking pan or the baking rack. You just throw away your parchment paper, and that's it. So they teach us that in culinary school. Parchment paper, everything. I'm going to check on this rice that I was making. Here we go. Perfect. Forking this rice. Take out these garlic cloves. Perfect, fluffy rice. Okay. Kitchen cleanup is the worst, so that's actually a great idea. Yep, I feel like when I'm cooking at home, well, first of all, it's completely different than cooking at the restaurant. At the restaurant, I'm like, pots, pans, everything, right? But at home, I'm always like, how long is that going to take to clean up? Do I really need that? Or what are the shortcuts so that my cleanup time is as quick as possible? So yes, parchment paper, it's a great hack. Aluminum, wax paper. Always line your baking sheets. That way you're not scraping, because a lot of times things release natural sugars and it creates a caramel. It gets stuck to your pan, and then boy, are you using that elbow grease to get it out. Do you believe in the person who cooks shouldn't wash the dishes? Absolutely. If I'm cooking, I should not be washing the dishes. Yes, that's where somebody else could come in clutch, help you out, makes cooking that much more, I guess, rewarding, because then you're like, all right, if you enjoyed the food, that's awesome, but for a little while, and then you have to clean up as well. But all right, guys, so what's next? What is next?
Mic's on. Here we
Okay.
go. All right, Chef, we got one
Okay.
more game for you.
A game
maybe
for-
two, depending
Okay.
on the time. Move over a little bit, please. You
Okay.
guys notice I have my headphones on. Let's go to the Evil Fairy. What
Evil
does he got for
Fairy.
us?
Welcome to the Whisper Game, a social experiment disguised as a game. Chef Adrian will wear noise-canceling headphones while the kitchen fairies whisper nonsense with full conviction. Her task, decode their sentences through the power of pure guesswork and panic. It's teamwork, if you redefine team and work.
So there you have it. We have the Whisper Game. You will be going completely without sound right now. And
Okay.
I will be trying to mouth out phrases to you. All phrases, well, some of them might be food related, some of them
They can't
might
hear.
not be.
They said, wait, Chad is letting us know they can't hear.
Oh no.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you on YouTube.
Here on YouTube, but not Twitch. Twitch. Let me see if I turn my mic off. Does it work now? Test, test, test. Do you hear Adrian?
Can you hear me? No.
Can't hear. Can't hear. Twitch. Didn't hear Big Voice. YouTube gang. Yeah, that's funny.
YouTube gang. Huh.
Oh, technical difficulties. Is it just wait? Is that all we can do? Can you try messing with the Twitch bitrate? Is that possible? Or just the bitrate of the whole thing, maybe? Maybe it's a bitrate. Let's go higher. See what that does. Give me 10,000.
Are we on TikTok too?
Yeah. I'm enjoying my own music way too much.
Oh, I'm like, you look like you're vibing here, but
It's great. I'm listening to my own music. Maybe I should just do this so I don't freak out all the time.
yeah. What are you listening to?
It's like, I don't even know, but
Oh.
you're going to listen to it too? I still don't hear.
Chef is gonna
Sad.
kill the fairy.
Bitrate do anything?
If subtitles were a thing. Ah, that's a great idea. Still nothing?
No. Still can't hear. Let's try lowering the bitrate. Let's go down to 3. Unless you end the stream. Okay.
Oh.
It's not that simple. Maybe, can we try unplugging the speaker?
The
That's only thing I can think
headphones messed up Twitch's ability to hear.
The headphones? Why
Is
would
that-
that happen? I'm not connected to anything.
Is it the big voice that interferes with things?
I'm not sure. We don't know. What we got? Sure.
I am trying to read your lips. Ah. That's the game. That's good. So whoever's on YouTube can hear us. Oh, this is great. Well, if you are on YouTube, guys, we have a lot more fun left. Oh, yeah. Okay, Halo Reach shirts. Yes. We have a challenge coming up. We have one. How many more games do we have? Maybe one. Okay. And then the challenge, which is a really, really interesting one. These guys wanted me to make 2 recipes out of the same pot or pan, and under 45 minutes. YouTube is king. Play this just for YouTube.
Sheesh.
I think your best bet is ending and starting.
You want to kill it?
Mm-hmm.